Hi, how's it going, guys? We're here talking some Penn State football today. The kickoff time has been announced for the Penn State Auburn game. It will be a primetime 7:30 matchup on September 18th, and I think that this is a pretty cool thing because it has the potential whiteout now for September 18th, which it depends who makes these decisions. I don't really know um, who makes these decisions on what the whiteout game will be. Michigan comes back to Happy Valley this year, so it kind of just depends on whether they think Auburn's going to be a bigger game than Michigan. Michigan, every time the last few years or so that they've came, um, we we have them be the whiteout game. So it'd be nice to maybe have somebody different other than the normal Ohio State, Michigan every other year. And yeah, Auburn's not going to be maybe the best team this year, but they're still going to be decent. They're probably going to be a fringe top 25 team. With the new head coach, who knows what they're going to look like. Um, and I think that this is going to be definitely an interesting game. Now, I can't really remember a time when Penn State has had um, three games, the first three games, as interesting as these three games are going to be this season. Okay, because the first game is going to be on the road against Wisconsin. And that's going to be a tone setter for both programs. It's going to be a big game. That could be a primetime matchup as well, possibly. It's going to be one of the more interesting matchups of week one. And then week two, they play Ball State, which doesn't sound very big, but Ball State had a really good year last year. And Penn State better be ready for them or they can get upset. And then you obviously got the Auburn game. Primetime could be a whiteout. Should be a very interesting one. So, three games, the first three games are all going to be interesting, and I'm kind of excited for it, but I'm also kind of nervous for it because if you get off to a bad start, you saw what happened last year when Penn State got off to a bad start when they had a couple good opponents with Indiana and Ohio State. They crumbled for the next few games, and it kind of ruined the season. And hopefully, Penn State's able to do the opposite this year and get it off to a good start. At least win two out of the three. I mean, it'd be nice to see them win all three. If they end up losing, say, to Wisconsin and then beating Auburn and Ball State, which they should beat Ball State, but you never know, then that won't be the worst thing in the world. But you'd like to get out of those three games 3-0. They're not. None of those three games are going to be like one of the top teams in the nation. Wisconsin and Auburn, I think, will be definitely good, but I don't think they'll be good enough to be like in that top 10 area. And yeah, also another thing, it should be full capacity too, which I'm really excited about. When you look at what the Phillies and the Pirates are going to be this summer, full capacity, and even the indoor stadiums like the Penguins, they're going to be possibly full capacity on Monday for Game 5 against the Islanders, possibly. So, it's just one of those things that it sounds like we're going to be at full capacity. It's just kind of a matter of mask wearing and seeing what that's going to look like. But, it sounds like we're getting back to normal here, and it should be a much better college football season off the field, and it should be a much better college football season on the field for Penn State this year. All right, thank you guys. We are Penn State.